és a mitjanit a Barcelona. Puc veure com passa el vent, sento el gemec de les ones.
How would you define the actual situation in Greece? How is Greece now?
Greece now, we are at the brink, we keep being at the brink, on the brink of the collapse. Before a few days, before a few weeks, at 21 of February, Eurogroup decided about an accord for the reconstruction of Greek public debt. In Greece, they say that this is a solution that takes far away the danger, the risk of financial collapse, of default. I believe that this danger is coming closer. This accord about the reduction of Greek public debt is not takes away the danger of default. They say that in 2020 Greek public debt will have been reduced at 180.5 of GDP. It's impossible to happen something like this. At first, we must say that all the projections, all the estimations, the estimates of European Union, of Eurostat, of IMF, of ECB, till now have been failed. I could say you that for the current year, for 2012, they were saying that Greece the economy of Greece will have been good growth, would have increased. In the reality, in 2011, the economy of Greece will be reduced by 4.4% of GDP. They were saying that in this year the unemployment in Greece will be 14%. Now the unemployment of Greece is 20%. And it is sure that the next years unemployment will be increased. I'm saying you all this because I want to highlight that there is no trust in the projections, in the numbers they are saying about all this bailout effort. Especially, what about the public debt? They say, as I told you before, that in 8 years, Greek public debt will be at 120.5% of GDP. At first, I must tell you that the Greek public debt at 2009 was 115%. The public debt of Italy at August of 2011 was at the same level. So we can see that in this level public debt is not manageable, is not viable. I can't understand why after 8 years the Greek debt will be manageable in this level of 120.5%. There is something more. All these estimations are based in some political, I characterize this as political projections. They say, for example, that in the next years the Greek budget will have surpluses and will not have deficits. There is no possibility to happen something like this. Even come in Greece gauleiters. Do you know Spain had no Nazi occupation during the Second World War, so you don't know about gauleiters. Gauleiters were the official of SS from Germany that were coming in the occupied countries on behalf of Berlin. Just the same will happen the next months in Greece. In all the ministries, in all the crucial agencies of public sector, will come German officials who will decide about the payments, about the number of public servants, about how many schools, how many hospitals we need in practice. As you can understand, they will decide how many hospitals will close, how many schools will close every month, how many public servants will be laid off every month, because their highest priority will not be the satisfaction of social needs. Their highest priority will be to be paid off the public debt. Even in this situation, the Greek budget will not have surpluses. In this way, it is impossible the Greek budget to have surpluses, so it is impossible in 2020 the Greek public debt to have been reduced in the level they say to us.
2 years ago, the European Union lend money to Greece for facing the debt and the problems, but 2 years after, things are the same. Why do you think they insist in that way of solution the problem?
I think as you said, Greek European governments gave money to Greece. This is not the whole truth. This is half truth. They gave money to Greece because they wanted to give money to the German banks, to the French banks. The money came to Greece, but after just the same minute, this money went to German banks. I want to say that money that gave Germans, Finland, people from Spain, people from Italy didn't go to Greek public servants. This money went to German bankers. This money went to Deutsche Bank. This money went to be paid off the creditors of Greece. As you can understand, just for this reason, all this money had not result in the Greek economy. The result after 2 years is the foreign bankers to be in a much better position than they were 2 years ago, and the Greek economy to be in a very worst position than it was 2 years before. The bailout mechanism was not a bailout of Greece, was bailout of foreign and Greek bankers. I must say you that till now the Greek bankers have taken from Greek budget 155 billion of euros. If you remember, Greek, the first bailout amount from European Union and IMF excuse me, was 110 billion of euros. From this money till now we have taken about 75 billion of euros. So till now we have taken 75 billion and only the Greek banks have taken 155 billion of euros. This was a bailout mechanism for Greece. It was a bailout mechanism for bankers.
Do you think is there a risk or there is an increasing hate from Greek society against German society and societies in the north of Europe?
Look, the last months there are many Gallup, many measures of public opinion in Greece, and when they ask Greeks When you hear the word Germany, what is the most common, the most familiar word you remember is Hitler, Nazi, and occupation. This is not accidental, and by my opinion it is very, very reasonable. I must tell you that the occupation of Nazis, of Germans in Greece from 40 till 45 was one of the most brutal occupations through all over the European continent. There are tens of burned villages. There are many hundred thousands of people that have been executed by Nazis and by Germans. In this way, all these years there was a very big hate against Germany. I must remember you too that Germany has not paid till now all the money that it had to pay to Greece. There are many, many decisions from courts that money must pay in Greece very big amounts of money, because during the Nazi occupation Berlin was obliged, the occupied countries like Greece, to borrow money from other countries on behalf of Berlin. In this way, the dramatical economic situation of Greece is owed in a very big share to the Germans. All these obligations of Germany, as you understand, in an environment where the Berlin shows its worst phase against Greece, shows Germans their deep racism against not only Greece but against all the southern peoples of Europe. Now has come the time to pay the price for this enmity. Germans are confronting as an occupying country in Greece.
Hans-Peter Friedrich, Minister of Angela Merkel's government, said yesterday that Greece had to leave the euro. Do you think that leaving the euro is a good idea?
It's a very good idea. My own opinion is that now all the problems that confront all the periphery of Eurozone, I am not speaking about Greece, I am speaking about Ireland, Portugal, Spain, Italy, and other countries, as a result of the monetary unification of Europe. I believe that the deficits of all these countries are the surpluses of German, of Austria, of etc. In other words, I want to say that when all these countries lost the possibility of devaluation their own currency, something that happened 10 years ago, then the result was all these countries to be in the brink of collapse. The sovereign debt crisis that confront all these countries is the result of the loss of the weapon of devaluation. In this way, there is no solution to the current Greek drama when Greece is into the Eurozone. Greek, first of all, must declare cessation of payments. We must say that this public debt could not be paid and should not be paid. This is an illegal debt. This is a debt that has been signed against the interests of Greek people. For this reason, we wanted to be formed a debt audit committee to open the books of Greek public debt. We know very well that when we will declare cessation of payments to the German banks, to the French banks, and not to the peoples of these countries, then Greece will have a very serious problem to cover its current monetary needs. For this reason, we believe that Greece must exit from Eurozone. Euro project was the most failed project in the European continent during the after-war period. It was an experiment of Germany because Berlin wanted to increase its exports. It happened in a very successful way, but it happened against the integrity, against the interests of the peoples of periphery of Eurozone. Now, it is the time to say no to Euro, to declare the exit from Eurozone and from European Union. If we want, I believe that just the same happens in all the South European countries. If we want to find when began the collapse of Greek production or the agriculture of Greece and Italy and other countries, then we will find that directives of European Union about the liberalization of ship industry, of textiles, of agriculture with common agricultural policy is the root in current problems. In this way, European Union now has been proved that is a project that was triggered by Germany, by the most enemy, the most brutal sectors of European capital. In this place, the peoples of Europe had no interest, had no benefits from a project of European Union, and especially from Eurozone.
Mm-hmm. Just two more questions. You'll have elections in April, I think, at least. What will happen if the left parties in Greece win the elections, create a government that is against this actual economic politics in Europe? Is it possible?
I believe that it is not sure if we will have elections in April. I believe that they want to gain time, they want to stop the angriness, to stop the social movements that is increasing in the last weeks in Greece. Just what happened during the October-November, when they saw that the most effective way to stop the social movement was to appoint a banker as a prime minister in Greece. Just this happened with Lukas Papadimos. Now they see that perhaps an effective way to stop the social movement is to lead us to elections. I don't believe that elections could have a positive result in our effort to stop this Armageddon. This social genocide could not be stopped by elections. This coup d'etat of capital of Europe, or not only of IMF or European Union, but this is a coup d'etat of capital of Europe, of ruling class of Greece and European Union, could stop only by the labor movement, only by social movements. This is a precondition if we want to stop these austerity packages. I'm speaking about a labor and social movement that will be independent by the labor bureaucracy and by the mechanisms of state.
Mm-hmm. And then for finishing, for ending, we have to congratulate the success of Debtocracy, the documentary. You are working now in Catastroika. What can you tell us about Catastroika?
We decided to focus on privatizations because we believe that just in this period, in all the European Union, and first of all in Greece, there is an effort to sell off the public property, the public enterprises. I'm speaking about enterprises that for decades in Europe had guaranteed a higher level of living. In Europe we had water in our homes, we had generally cheap electricity power because there were public enterprises working in this sector. If European Union and IMF plans about the privatization of all these industries succeed, then the result will be very big percentages in every country of homes without electricity, without waters, because they will not have the means to pay the bills. In Greece, and in many other countries that now are in process just the same projects, I'm speaking even about Spain, and not only about Ireland, etc., then the bills will be multiplied by 2 and 3 times. We know very well what has happened in countries like Bolivia, in countries from Latin America and Asia, when these utilities were privatized. Now, the plan is the so-called first world to become third world. Greece and all these countries of the periphery of Eurozone will be impoverished in this way. Just for this reason we decided that now the most crucial point in all this attack of the capital is privatizations. I know very well that not only in Greece but in other countries we have reductions in salaries and wages, we have the increasement in pension age, we have the destruction, the brutal destruction of social welfare state. I believe that privatizations is the most crucial item. Just for these reasons we decided to make a Catastroika film.
És a mitjanit a Barcelona. Puc veure com passa el vent